Hello people, this is Eric Cobra.
And Rana Naraja.
And Warlord 1.
And Kevin here.
And this is Let's Play Lone Wolf Blind.
And hey, you didn't forget me this time.
It happened once.
Twice.
Twice?
Yep.
Anyways.
I appear to have forgotten when I forgot you.
Yes, anyways, moving on, people.
Yes, okay, so who remembers what happened last time?
We got stuck in a hole because of politics.
Yeah.
Need we say more?
Yeah.
I suppose not. So, your spirits sink as you contemplate your fate, for the only way you know of escaping from this gigantic underground grotto has now been sealed off. However, you are not completely without hope, for your senses detect a powerful presence. It is a feeling you have known before, when you have been close to discovering a lost stone, but never has the sensation been as strong as it is here, in this dark subterranean world. As your eyes become accustomed to the half-light, you look across the lake to see tiers of grey stone rising out of the water. They are the steps of a gigantic staircase, which ascends to an arc of rock veined with glittering minerals. You skirt the edge of the lake and arrive at the foot of these steps to discover a cave-like hollow chiseled from the stone. You are exhausted and must now eat a meal. So I guess you just grab something. It even says here, if you possess the Magna discipline of Hunt Mastery, you're able to forage for food from the wasteland of Sorex, and therefore you do not need to make any deductions. So yeah, I guess you just grab a cave lizard, or cave spider, or cave bat, or cave fish, or cave monkey, or something, and just chow down.
Hopefully after you've, killed it.
Well, no, eating living fish is good for your skin, don't you know?
I never thought about that, so no.
Rather than attempt to go on, you climb into the empty hollow and settle down to sleep.
No, snore.
We're inside sleep. Yeah, it's a sleepy hollow.
You are woken by the stench of decay.
Where did that come from?
Well, apparently a grey-skinned being squatting on his haunches stared down at you with grim, inhuman eyes. Drool trickles from its ragged lips, and the rusty sword it holds in its twisted, man-like hands is lifted to kill. I guess that's the guy's thinking. There's even a picture of him.
Wonderful. Let's have it.
Yeah, just a moment, folks. Here's the guy.
Loading.
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 Ah! Ew.
Yeah, the side can be a bit slow at times. I guess we're still busy with the servers and such, but yeah.
You know, I think his eyes look rather human. Not to mention the rest of him. I mean, sure, he looks like he could need a cheeseburger or two, or 100. But he looks human enough to me.
Yeah. In any case, you're now engaged in combat with the Sorex Ghoul.
Roll the die?
Yep. And it's a surprise attack. But you have Hunt Mastery, so that doesn't matter.
Well, I think it does. 1.
Well, yeah, but what I mean is you don't lose any combat skill for being surprised, because you have Hunt Mastery and thus a Master of Surprise. But 1, yep. I completely forgot to... Just excuse me a moment, I need to get my combat table ready. But in the meantime, correct me if I'm wrong, but you should have 29 combat skill for this.
True.
Just want to make sure.
And by the way, now I see the ghastly ghoul, and yeah, I have to agree with Givenia's statement.
Okay, yeah. Just... There we go. Okay, so you rolled a 1, and, well... You react quickly to the presence of the uninvited intruder, Its rusty blades comes down quickly, but you manage to pull back and earn only a minor scrape on your leg. In return, you swing your searing blade, and to your delight, holy flames burn the screeching creature. It is apparently an undead.
Big
Well
effing
done, it's
surprise.
a ghoul.
Yeah, big effing surprise.
Yep. Alright. Well, give it in. Roll again.
3.
Right. The enraged creature leaps forward and tries to stab you in the throat, but only manages to nick you in the side of the neck as you dodge to the side. You grab your sword with both hands and swing with all the force, and your blade passes straight through the being.
Oh,
You-
it's a hologram.
No, it's kind of like passing through, like, a knife passes through butter.
Oh.
So, yeah, you have won!
Well, that was
So,
surprisingly easy.
Well, it had a combat skill of 19. You kind of had a big advantage on it, plus double damage. Your killing blow knocks the ghoul out of the hollow, sending it tumbling into the lake. More of the corpse-like creatures can be seen creeping along the shore, and the sound of their snuffling whispers and curses make your blood run cold. They move with unnatural speed, eager to feast on your flesh. Do you wish to use your bow? Or you could also, flee from the ghouls? Or you can go down and knock them around some more if you wish to.
Let's crack some skulls, people.
Alright.
bow or sword?
That's up to you.
I would say go with the sword because I'm not really sure a bow and arrow is that efficient.
And there's also the thing about not wasting our arrows.
So, go down and kill the things?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. Going down and killing the things. The ghouls clamber up the rocky base of the steps and hurl themselves into the hollow with fanatic zeal. They are all unarmed, but their claw-tipped fingers are as sharp and as deadly as knives. You are fighting the ghoul pack.
Delightful.
Okay.
Right. Give me a roll the die.
5.
Okay. Several of them lunge at you and immediately fall in pieces from the sweeps of your blade. A couple of blows does pass through, however, as due to the sheer number of the beasts attacking you. And you do manage to lose 2 life. It's not much, really, especially not compared to the utter devastation you're wreaking on them. Still, there are a couple of them left, so let's finish the job.
4.
Right. 4. The last couple of them lunge at you, teeth gnashing and claws whirling through the air. A scratch here, a nick here, kinda adds up to a loss of 2 endurance points. However, as your blade passes through body after body, you find yourself kinda alone in the hollow. Yeah. That was that encounter. You have
I'm
won.
lonely.
Yeah.
Could we
Speaking
have
of-
kept a girl for company?
What?
I'm lonely. Couldn't we have kept a ghoul for company?
No, they were kinda hungry.
Oh.
And Warlock, did you want to say something?
Yeah, speaking of Sleepy Hollow, this cutting into pieces like that, I kind of felt like, have you seen the Tim Burton version of Sleepy Hollow, the Headless Horseman in that one? It kind of felt like being him.
Huh. You are covered in the blood of your foes. Yeah. The stench is so unbearable that you have to wash from the lake before you can go any further. When you return to the hollow to collect your backpack, you notice an odd-looking token lying next to one of the dead ghouls. Do you wish to examine this token, or ignore it?
I say we examine it.
Yeah, let's have a look. See.
It is hexagonal in shape and made of a thin cream-colored metal, which is engraved with the number 6. The metal begins to get hot, and soon you can bend it with your fingers. Suddenly it bursts into flames, forcing you to fling it aside before it burns your hands. The flaming token hits the lake and explodes in a cloud of white powdery smoke. The echo of the explosion reverberates across the water, and you turn to leave straight away in case it attracts more ghoulish inhabitants.
That was just odd.
A token with the number 6. It burned.
And we had to
Yeah,
throw
I
it
got
out.
it written down.
And loading. The climb to the ark at the top of the stairs is a slow and laborious one. Each step is as tall as a young tree, and the smooth black stone offers few handholds. Several hours slip by before you reach the summit. There you stare down through the great archway at a stupendous sight. And here is the picture of this stupendous sight. Just a moment. So what do you think of its stupendousness?
Stupendous!
Well,
Looks vaguely Asian.
it needs a loving hand.
Okay, admittedly yes, but it is a ruin. They're kind of supposed to look like that.
It looks pretty pristine, like some kind of ancient great empire.
I think it looked kind of tacky when it was new too, but hey.
The streets and buildings of an ancient civilization lie before you, disappearing into the gloom of a titanic chasm of immeasurable size. Cigarettes and towers, their carved walls cracked and crumbling, lean at impossible angles, having sunk into the soil over the centuries. This is Zurich, the legendary metropolis that was once home to a race fathered by Nyxator, the greatest of all dragons. It is
What kind of literature do you think there is in a library owned by dragons? You might want to stop by.
What?
Well, it's a city that was founded by dragons, right?
Yeah, and
That must
apparently
mean
also
that-
home to them.
Yeah, that must mean there's a whole culture based on it. So maybe we should try and figure out something about this culture. So let's go to the library.
Well, you know what? At least it does explain why the stairway was so tall.
Yeah, I guess so.
A wide avenue leads from the archway to enter the city at a place flanked by two massive statues of dragons sitting on their haunches with their stone-fanged mouths agape. You stop to rest here and you must now eat a meal, so yeah, grab a rock or something and eat that, I don't know.